So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys 3 different scenarios in a seller's market, in a balanced market, and in a buyer's market, so you can kind of know how to tailor your strategy. The first thing I want to talk about is what to do if you're in a seller's market. All of my first-time home buyers, you feel me on this one. It is crazy competitive. So if you're a home seller in a really aggressive seller's market, the best strategy is to price your home super competitively, because you can 100% trust that the multiple offers, the buyer demand will bring it up to whatever the highest point that the market will bear for your property. Overpricing, the one mistake you can make in this market is overpricing, because it won't even get looked at if it's too high. They'll think, oh, it's going to be multiple offers and I can't go over the 40,000 that you've already priced it over. You need to price it like 15% below market to get that activity and get those buyers in and get that emotional energy going. If you're a buyer in this market, you need to have your game organized to win in these bidding wars. So what that means, some of the things I advise kind of first, people who find themselves in this super competitive situation, is make sure your financing is really tight. Make sure you're working with a local lender who's reputable. Make sure you have all your docs in place and you are ready to pivot and go. And then the other thing you can do, there's many strategies we can employ, but another good one is to just be willing to take the home as is. Letting the sellers know at the beginning that you aren't going to be asking for a ton of repairs. You're going to make this transaction as easy on them as possible. Really helps to put you ahead of the pack. If you want more strategies, just message me and we'll talk about it. If you find yourself in one of the more balanced markets, let's all breathe a sigh of relief. We don't have to sprint and lose our minds. Balanced markets are really equitably favorable to both buyers and sellers. So the strategy you sellers are going to want to employ is just make sure you price your house fairly at market value, just at what you're expecting to get for it. This is not the time to throw out some ginormous number and see what happens, because what will happen is no one will come look at your house. So do the good work on the comps to make sure you know exactly what market value is, and then stick to it. That's the right price, and that's what you should be getting. For buyers who are shopping in this category, the good news is you probably have some options to pick from. You don't have to make a desperate decision, and you don't have to sprint and get this done right this second, depending on what your life circumstances are. So find something that's at market value. If you're in this situation and you find something that's crazy overpriced, prepare to negotiate, because there's no reason that you should pay too much when there's other homes to choose from. You have some leverage here, and everything will get negotiated to fair market value. So now I want to talk about what the strategy is if you find yourself in a buyer's market. Sellers in a buyer's market, the game is so different from how we've all been conditioned to think about negotiating, marketing, and all of those things. In a buyer's market, you are trying to win. Not the buyers are trying to win, you're trying to win. So you want to make your house as attractive as possible. You want to definitely take care of any neglected maintenance or repairs. You don't want to be handing someone chores to do. Or if you're not willing to do that, then you need to be willing to ante up and understand that the price needs to reflect the work that's involved, if you even want to get a chance of people looking at it. So pricing it competitively, doing the work to get it show ready. These are all strategies you can employ to get the most value out of your investment. If you want to if you have any questions about, what are my top things that I should do to get my house market ready, just shoot me a message. I'll probably be doing a video about it soon, and if so, I'll link it in here. But just shoot me a message and we can talk about, in your specific situation, what kinds of repairs can you make, or what kind of changes can you make to get the absolute top dollar that your home will command in the market that you're in. Now, buyers who are shopping in a buyer's market, good times. Let's just hang out and go shopping. I'll get a coffee. We'll look at some homes. There's lots to choose from, and you really can be a little bit choosy. You don't have to compromise really too much on anything. If there's something that's not meeting your needs, we can address that in the price. If there's something, if it does meet your needs and it looks like it's a good deal and they priced it competitively, let's go ahead and just make a fair offer and call it a day. Now, one of the things I want you guys to think about, if you've bared with me to the end of this video, I want you to think about the fact that the inventory is probably going to be shifting in the next year or so. We have a lot of homes that are delinquent. We have about 30% of the homes in America are delinquent on their loans because of COVID and the economy and all of the things that have been going on. We in our office are definitely looking for some of those home sellers to start to panic sell. Now, if you are one of those home sellers, we don't want to panic sell, but we do want to get you out in front of having the conversation of, am I going to have to short sale my home, or am I going to take a $50,000 price reduction? So if you find yourself in one of those categories where right now it's sort of okay because there's the moratorium on foreclosures, start getting your strategy together now on if it's going to make sense to sell it or what you want to do with your home. But with things like that coming up, we are anticipating an inventory shift in the next year or two. And so you want to pay close attention and make sure you're talking to your real estate agent about what's happening right now. Don't tell me what's happening 3 months ago. Tell me what's happening right now in terms of days on market, list versus sale price, and those kinds of things. So you make sure that you don't make a mistake that's going to cost you thousands of dollars down the road. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I will be talking to you soon. Have a great day.